Hi guys, Rory here from Your Golf Travel. I'm very excited today. Bags are packed. It's Masters Week. I'm off to the airport. A bit of coffee will calm you down.
It was all very awkward. Did you have an awkward lift ride? I had an awkward lift ride.
This morning?
Yeah, lady at the lift, golfer. Hello. Hello. We were both going pretty late for that. Yes, we had. And the guy got in, golfer. Just got more awkward. No one's saying at this point. And then he said, "You all going where everyone's going?" Yeah, we are.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Levering myself up, bro, you know.
Take care of that.
He's waving at you. Hello there.
We have arrived at YGT Hospitality. You see Mark behind me doing a bit of filming. I'll show you around hospitality more as the week goes on. What I'm going to do for today's video, we're here on the Tuesday practice day. Heard rumours that Tiger and Phil are playing together. That could be massive. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through my tips for coming to watch the Masters. What you should do, what you shouldn't do, how to maximise your enjoyment while you're here. You don't want to waste any time once you're in the grounds. So yeah, we're all very excited. Let's do this. And it's like a pre-bought Masters chair, Matthew.
That's a Masters chair, Ray, and it's mine from last year.
Still got the tag on it.
Yeah, $30. I might have made some money this year. I might be able to sell it for cheaper.
Yeah, so there's tip number one. If you're a repeat visitor, bring your Masters chair back with you. I totally forgot mine this year, which is a bit frustrating. You're gonna have to waste a tiny bit of time popping into the Masters shop before we get going to our favourite spots on the course. Now, there's no such thing as wasting time really in the Masters shop, but you want to do it at the end of the day. I'm going to have to go in there now, grab a chair, because tip number one is the chair is an absolute must. $35, $40 guarantees you a front row spot anywhere on the course if you get here early enough. We're here, it's about 10 to 8 in the morning, so we're going to hurry our chairs down to probably behind 16T, but I'll talk more about that later. So yeah, tip number one, Masters chair, absolute must. If you don't get one, you are... So yeah, we're just going to grab our tickets from the YGT Hospitality, which includes free parking for the day, all very convenient. Just kind of come up the main strip here, in here, park your car, grab your tickets, and then we're off to the course. Got someone shouting Tiger Woods wall behind me. I wonder who that could be.
Some loud.
Hi team.
Good morning, good morning.
You on a vlog?
Morning.
GL.
How are we? Good to see you.
Morning, morning, morning. Where's my tickets?
I'm Granny, sir.
Hi guys.
How are you? Hey, how you doing? You alright?
Good to see you.
There you go, warm welcome guaranteed. Hospitality looking fantastic this year. Looking forward to spending some time, more time here later on in the week. So look, that's literally the main strip just here. Doesn't get much more convenient than that. We are literally 10 yards off the main strip. Golf course is about a 10-minute walk that way. This place should be absolutely buzzing later. But first things first, let's get our tickets and get into the golf. Guys, what a day at the golf course at Augusta National. Back at YGT Hospitality now. I'm going to talk you through some of my best tips if you're ever coming to Augusta to view the Masters as a patron. I'm going to ask Mark and Matt for their best tips as well and talk you through some of the best bits that we saw at the course today. Right, so I'm going to continue on where I left off this video before I went into the course. Obviously we can't take video footage while we're in there, so sorry I had to like cut you guys out of the day we had almost. But yeah, I'm going to continue on talking about the Masters chair. Now, as I said earlier, I totally forgot to pack mine, bit of a schoolboy error. So the plan was to go and check out the new Masters shop, which ended up being very impressive, but more on that later. As soon as we got onto the course, we could see there's a queue into the shop, and I thought, I'm not wasting time queuing up. We wanted to get our chairs down in a prime spot on the course early doors as soon as we could. So I've kind of resigned myself to not having a chair, which could have been a bit disappointing. With the guys both having chairs, they could have had front row seats, and I was looking like I might not get that perk. But then I suddenly realised there's lots of smaller kiosks all around the course. You'll see them near concession stands. You can't miss them really. Much less busy than the main shop, no queues, and they sell everything you might need from chairs. So I got my chair in the end and plonked it down right beside the guys in no time at all. And they sell, you know, the flags, ball markers, caps, etc, etc. So yeah, maybe if you're looking to get your Masters chair as soon as you get in there, ignore the main shop, which is one of the first big structures you'll see. Head down to the spot on the course where you most want to get your chair. If there's still space, scramble around the area down there and see if you can find one of those smaller kiosks. Get your chair and then do your main bulk of your shopping on your way out, because then queuing doesn't really matter too much. So just before I ask Mark and Matt for their Masters viewing tips, I'm going to talk about what still is my favourite spot on the course, and that's the 16th hole. If you can, I'd always try and get your tee directly behind your chair directly behind the tee, but up by the green, right or left, is equally as good. Skim shots on practice days, the atmosphere is amazing, and not just the fact that the 16th hole is good, but also there are other great vantage points within a really short walk. So you got 15 green, 6th tee, 6th green, 7th tee, 17th tee. There's so much to do and see in that little cluster on the course that I would 100% aim for that spot all day long every time I come back. There's also loads of concessions and restrooms, so that is my favourite spot on the course. Hello Matthew.
Alrighty.
A bit tired.
Yeah.
Long day.
A little bit.
I've got a question for you. Top Masters viewing tip for future patrons. Let's call them patrons, let's be official.
Where we were just a little bit close to the 16th, so right of the 17th tee as you look at yeah, that is right, isn't it?
Yeah, correct.
17th hole as you look at it, and to the right of 16th green.
Yeah, so between the 16th green and the 17th tee is
there's
your
a little
favourite
sliver
spot.
And you can just literally look at the par 3 and then turn around and watch them drive, can't you?
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So have you got any other tips? So I've talked about the importance of the Masters chair, so that's your favourite viewing spot, and it kind of matches up with mine as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would, advice you'd give to anyone coming for the first time?
Bit of a mum tip, wear sun cream.
It is important though, isn't it? There's not
and keep reapplying and keep hydrated.
Yeah, because there's not a huge amount of shelter on the course.
A few
it's hard
trees
to find
here
shade.
and there, but yeah, if you want to watch the action all the time, you're literally in the sun, aren't you?
Yeah.
So
another good tip, maybe watch Tiger make 2 eagles and 3 holes, or
2 eagles and a birdie, bro, and 3 holes.
How awkward.
Wow.
So Mark, how about you? You've been now 4 times, am I right?
4th time, yeah.
Yeah. Veteran.
Veteran.
Seasoned pro.
Seasons pro. Hello everybody, I'm back.
Me again.
So yeah, 2 questions. Like Matt said, favourite spot on the course and
tips that you might, as some advice?
Okay, well they're almost same things. Back of 11th tee, I don't know if one of you have said that already.
Nope, didn't mention that.
It's such a secret, people don't realise you can get back there, so it's empty and they're cracking drivers down there because it's 500 yards plus hole playing off and a bit into the breeze. Great spot to watch them hit drives without loads of people around you, and there is a bit of shade back there because it's in the funnel.
Yeah.
7 as well, actually.
Back of 7 absolutely would be another one. It's a funnel, it gets shaded, people don't realise they can go back there, and you can get, they're all hitting driver generally.
Yeah, I think maybe people sometimes don't go to 11 'cause it's a bit of a trek up that slope.
Yeah, absolutely. But it's a dead end as well.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't. You have to walk 100 yards back up a bit of a hill, and then you're not going anywhere else. So people aren't like going past it, basically, isn't it? It's, there's less traffic.
Escalators up.
They got the dosh.
Hang on, Justin. Hang on.
Any other pearls of wisdom?
Drink loads. Just drink loads. It's free. It's not free, but it's cheap.
Yeah.
And it's well organised. It's easy to get. Just remember to drink.
Yeah.
It's so easy for us to be English, no sun cream, in hot sun, and just faint. You know what I mean? Like just. It's blooming hot, and it's a massive ground that you're walking around.
Yeah, it's a good trek, isn't it?
If you're not drinking, you're gonna. I mean, if you've got an hour's drive afterwards, you're gonna feel so much worse.
And I'm just going to clarify this because a lot of people will misconstrue that. You mean drinking as in hydrating?
Yeah, absolutely. Keep hydrating, because I wouldn't ever think of drinking beer in there personally. Even though lots do, and go, if you've got lifts and you're not driving, have fun and do it, because lots of, round 16's quite party with them skimming on the practice days, and you can see there's plenty of beer flying and it's fun. But stay hydrated, otherwise you're going to be such a dumb Englishman. That's what I fear of.
Have you got a fact about sun cream?
It's fact 50, bruh. Less reapplying.
Well, let's not get him started on sun cream. So yeah, very good points from the boys, and I totally agree with Mark about the 11th tee. Completely underrated spot on the course, and it reminds me of a couple of others, including 80. You just get to see these guys whacking drivers up this uphill par 5, and we all, like, let's face it, we all dig the long ball. We all want to see people like Rory, Tiger smacking driver. That's one of the best spots to do it. Really challenging long uphill par 5, so they are all going to be whacking driver, and it's usually quite a quiet spot. And again, you can see like 18T's pretty close, concession stand and restroom right there beside you, so it's a bit of a puzzle as to why that isn't a bit more popular amongst Masters patrons. So my last spot, which I would 100% recommend anyone coming for the Masters to go and get their chair down, or at least go and check out on their first trip to the course. That was Ellen from YGT, is the second green. Massive downhill par 5, downhill and to the left, and lots of the guys are taking that green on in 2. Of course, like people like Louis Oosthuizen back in the day hold that famous 4-iron for an albatross, not a double eagle, an albatross. So seeing these guys take on one of the most beautiful par 5s on the course in 2, very exciting, lots of birdies, and if they do miss the green, up and down isn't given, so birdie's still a bit of a challenge. You're going to see loads of birdies, loads of eagles, a few nightmares here and there if they get the tee shot wrong as well. So yeah, second green, I mean the tee is a good place to go and watch them hit driver, but you don't see much after that because it's such a severe downhill hole. So yeah, my advice would be either watch them hitting the second shots in from the fairway. There's a bunker up on the right. If you pitch yourself about there, you're going to be in and around where most of the guys are hitting their second shots from. But behind that green, if you can get your chair down there early doors, you are going to see so much, especially on practice days, because it's such a severely sloping green. They're all hitting multiple pitch shots, multiple bunker shots. So yeah, second green along with 16, anywhere on 16, and the one that Matt mentioned, 11th tee. You just can't really go, well, you can't go wrong anywhere you plonk yourself at Augusta, but those ones are really prime locations for being close to lots of other stuff, and you're going to maximise the efficiency, that's the wrong word, but you're going to maximise your enjoyment of the day. Check those spots out if you're ever coming to the Masters. So yeah, as I alluded to when I was chatting to Matt, how much of a treat was it to watch Tiger Woods? Look, I'm not going to make any apologies for the fact that I'm a Tiger fan, a sycophant some might say, Team Tiger, Tiger fanboy, blah blah blah. I love watching Tiger Woods play golf, and to see him at a course like Augusta and just playing the way he did, so 2 eagles in 3 holes, I think 13, 15 and birdie on 16, which I missed. was an absolute treat. He is looking very good heading into this week's tournament, but the little snaps I've seen and the buzz around, even the players, you can hear them having little conversations while he's prowling around. They all seem to be resigned to the fact that he's potentially back to his best and playing very well. So let me know what you think. Is Tiger going to win a 5th Masters and a 15th major, or will he falter under tournament pressure? Post some comments down below. Also whack some comments in about spots on the course that you would most like to go and check out if you were coming here for the first time. Maybe ignore what I've said. Don't ignore my advice if you are coming, but ignore what I've said, and spots that you've seen on the TV over the years where you would like to see some shots hit. Whack some comments down there. I'm very tired now. I'm going to do more in this video later, but for now we are going to do a bit of work and then pop into downtown Augusta, the Strip, for a bit of dinner, and then we're going to call it a day. See you in a bit. Right, to wrap up day 1 at the Masters, our day in the course at Augusta, before I was rudely interrupted by the Muppets. Right, all done at Outback. That was delicious. Probably the best meal I've had on the Augusta Strip, so if you're ever in town for the Masters, looking for somewhere to have dinner after you've been to the golf, definitely check that one out. Right, back to Colombia. I'm going to talk through the stash.
Christ, man!
Making them wait a lot today. Him being one of them. And in the car park at the restaurant, I was going to talk about swag when I got back to the hotel. Goes without saying really, it's not really a Masters tip, but you got to go to the Masters shop, spend some money. So yeah, I got a key ring, because I'm always losing the keys at home. Hopefully that'll help feel a little bit more substantial. Got a lovely Masters hat, because my head was burning last year. If you saw the vlogs at all, it was pretty badly blistered. It hurt quite a lot. Wanted to avoid that. I also got another hat, just because, I don't know, just liked it. Had to have it. Jumped off the shelf at me. Standard purchase. Every year I've come, I've bought the Masters flag. I will at some point in my disorganised life get around to framing the bad boys. So I've got 2015, 17, 18, get some pictures on the wall with them as well, you know. And another thing I collect, which I'm sure some of you know by now, bag tags. I've got a nice collection of amazing courses I've played while working with YGT around the world. Had to have a bag tag from each year as well, just like the flag situation. And if you've seen Mark's video, I won the cup off as well. Don't like to talk about that. 988, that's a win. That's it for me swag wise. I didn't go too mental, but yeah, hopefully this video will give you some ideas if you're ever coming to the Masters of what to do, what not to do, where to head on the course, etc, etc. Rest of the week we've got some golf tomorrow, golf on Thursday, and then the guys are actually leaving me for more golf, and I'm heading back to do some work at the YGT Hospitality. So I'll bring you more content from the Masters throughout the week. Keep an eye on the Your Golf Travel YouTube channel. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like this video if you like it, of course. And obviously check out Mark's channel too for some more Masters content. See you soon.